Good morning, you all, and welcome back. It's your girl, Jakayla Breon, the Queen Aqua, and I'm here to show the mini garden and what I am doing. So here's the mini garden. It looks completely different since the very last time I showed the garden. I had black mulch down everywhere, and the beds were actually bigger, but I opened this up so that I can actually like walk through. Um, and yeah, I'm still going to grow the same things in my bed, if not more. So yeah. So first, I actually will want to start with these little three holes in the front. Um, Now I wanted to extend the garden, but I honestly was just like, yeah, it's too much, so I'm not extending it a lot. So I just decided to, instead of bringing it all the way out here, I just, am doing it like this and kind of having to go across, right? So I made three holes, and in this hole I have okra. That one I have some okra. I have some zinnias in the last ones, and then I have cucumbers here with some zinnias in there as well. So the reason why I did this is because it's going to act as trees and shade. You know, the okra, a tree gets about 6, 7 feet tall. And then of course the cucumbers will trail up. I am going to put some bamboos so that they can trail up too. Um, but yeah, it's going to act as shade and trees for the actual garden. So, you know, the sun, it comes up on this side where I am, and then it sets on that side. So this garden is inside of sun for a very long time, until about a good 2 o'clock right now. But you know, in the late spring and the summer, it's going to be set on the garden until about 6 o'clock or so. Um, so yeah, and that's a lot. So, you know, it's going to bring that shade to the garden. So that's what we have going on here. They're pretty deep. So this is some zinnias, okra. I put another seed in here. So once the okra comes up, I'll see how well they're growing together. I did grow okra this close before when it was inside of that bed there, but I'll see. And we have a cucumber here, a cucumber there with some zinnia seeds around it. Two okra seeds in here and some zinnias, and they're not the perfect circles, so you know they don't look so good, but hey, they will get the job done. And then I'm going to mulch all around it, so there won't be any grass up around that or anything like that. um, so yeah, indeed, and that will be that. All right, so yeah, I can't wait for all this to grow, because um, it's really going to look like, you know, it's going to be full in the front, you know, and it's really going to provide that shade, and that's what I need. So I'm going to start here, take you all to show you all what is in the garden right now. We have here some potatoes. This is red potatoes that I have in here. We have a zinnia there in the middle, and we have an onion in there as well. But look at those potatoes, y'all. Look how those potatoes look. I planted these, I think, about the third week of February. So they're about 3 weeks in, maybe, almost, I'm not sure. Or maybe the second week of February. But they are looking good. They're looking good, y'all. Just red potatoes. I dropped down three of them, but only two, I guess, wanted to come up, because those are the two that actually had, you know, the eyes on them real good, y'all. I kept them in a cabin for a minute. Well, not even a minute. They just, you know, and they weren't even up in there for that long. And but yeah, they're looking good in there though. They're looking pretty damn good. Over there we have, that's my red romaine lettuce. I have that lettuce in a pot. It's doing okay. That's the one that I actually eat from the most. I don't eat from the ones in the ground. Well, I just actually picked from those the other day to make a sandwich. But that's the ones that I eat from, and they're nice. I'm going to actually cover them up once the sun really hits up on them today. Um, and this bed here, we have here some more red romaine lettuce. See if I can zoom in. So red romaine, a lettuce right there in the front. In the middle we have a spinach. I'm not sure that spinach is going to stay there though. We have some zinnias here in the front. Right here we have some peas. We have some onions and some garlic there in the back. We got some bunching onions on the side. Only a few came up. It's about 4 that's probably up. So, you know, yeah, we'll see how those are going to do. And right there in the middle, you guys can see that that's actually, I think, some kind of lily or something. It's some kind of flower that my neighbor given me. But I'm going to get that out of there and pop it somewhere else. Yeah, well, I don't know. I thought about putting them in here because it's another one inside of there at the front. These are already out of bloom. They were gorgeous, y'all. I may actually clip in a photo so that you all can see how gorgeous they were. But they were gorgeous. They gave me life in February, okay? They gave life to the garden in February because there was really nothing going on here. It was nothing going on, okay? But, you know, we got some green going on, okay? And yeah, but that's what's inside of this bed here. That's really all. The peas is doing okay. I just actually found some bugs on my peas. I wiped it off, so I need to come every day and pretty much try to tame that for sure. Okay, so yeah, they will grow up these trellises. I am going to add 2 more bamboos in there as well. So just a simple DIY trellis. It's not really that much, but it's something. So in this bed here, yeah, this sun is hidden out here. I got my sun hat on, but it's hidden. And this bed here, we have here 2 squashes. Then you can see that squash. That's another squash. Then we have here 4 zinnias around it, just around the bed that I wanted to do. We have here 2 more spinaches that I don't think is going to stay in here. I'm going to get a pot to put the spinach in. I had a pot of spinach, but they were actually inside of that pot. But when the sun came, it burnt them all. And I was happy that I took out 3 of them and put it in the ground. So I took out that one and these 2. And I was like, wow, that's crazy how that was, you know? It was pretty crazy, you know? Like, you know, I took it out the day that the pot, you know, would get all dried up and take all of my spinach. And yeah, so it was crazy. It was crazy. And then I have her 2 kales. Of course, I'm not going to keep the kale in here either because, of course, my squash and my okra needs this space. So yeah, the kale and the spinach is going to be out of here. Excuse me. But this was the kale that I threw out back. I threw it out back in the back of the yard back there. And just so it happened, when I went back there last week, I saw that it rooted into the ground. So I was like, oh, okay, so it's still alive. So I just clipped the outer leaves that did have the damage, and I popped these in the ground. Well, I cleaned the roots up, you know, so it was no soil on these roots. It was fresh roots. And you know, I decided to see if I could bring them back real healthy. So that's what I did. And I'm just, you know, I guess I'm just trying to see if they're going to grow real nice and things like that. And yeah, back here we have 3 okras. Now I grew 3 okras in this bed last year. It was one over here by itself, and then the other 2 was so close, but I had like 5 okra plants up in here. I took out the other 2. I don't even know why I did it, but I took out the other 2. And yeah, but now they all have, you know, some space. That's why I want to grow some up here too. I love some okra. I'm going to be giving some away to, you know, my neighbors and family too. So I wanted to grow more of that, but it's really going to bring, you know, the shade to the squash up here. Okay, so that's why I love that. That airplane is flying directly over me. Can y'all see that? Yeah, yes indeed. So yeah, that's really what's going on in the garden. Oh, and back here, let me walk in here. Here's some oregano. I'm going to get this up out of this pot. We have here a squash here. I just put 2 more squashes in here. One of these is going to go to my neighbor. The other squash, let me show you all where, is probably going to go if I get to it. So you see here we have a willow oak tree. As you can see, I have the rocks here where I kind of have this circle. So you can kind of see that a circle there. I'm going to actually plant. I'm going to put some cardboard and make a bed. So I want to use this bed for flowers though, but I want to grow some kind of food in here. So I thought about, okay, I kind of have the flowers all up in here, and then I'll grow a squash and maybe something else up in here. I'm going to mound it up pretty nice. And yeah, I already cleaned all up under here the other day. It was a lot of, that all over there. All, yeah, so I cleaned that. So when I get to again, I'm going to take this branch off here, this one here, and I'm going to see if I can propagate it. And I think the other one too up over here. So it's only going to be like that there. So I'm going to get these branches and see if I can propagate it and make another tree. And then, so yeah, I'll have a circle around here with some flowers, and hopefully some squash and some more food will be growing in this area. And this probably be the place where I grow some greens, later on in the year. So of course, yeah, we'll just have to see how things will go. But that's really all I have to show you all. And yeah, I really cannot wait for you all to see how things are going to grow, because this is going to be shaded. It's going to be like, just, oh my God, amazing, okay? It's going to be bushy, and I love it. Yeah, I'm going to love it, all right? I'm going to love it so much. So this is the mini garden. This is what has been going on. I begun doing the rocks back in October, I believe, or November. I finished the rocks, I think, in January. Oh, my stomach is growling. Yeah, I finished the rocks in January. And yeah, I've been growing things in here since January. So that's when I got the lettuce, and then I just started popping things in February and, and starting some seeds, because I'm like, yeah, it's time to start some seeds if I want a spring harvest, right? If I want to harvest something, let's see, in mid or the beginning of April or something like that, right? It's time to get some things up in there. So that's why I started, so you got to start pretty early. So and I've still been dropping seeds. I'm not done dropping seeds. Of course, I know I am limited on space, but I feel like you just got to continue dropping seeds, and the space will come to you. Okay, I don't care if I got to build more holes around the garden, because I will do that. I'm thinking about it actually. But we'll see. We'll see how things will go. All right. And yeah, y'all, the potatoes, I'm definitely going to take y'all on the journey with the potatoes. Actually, the whole garden, but the potatoes, yes, because yeah, I've been trying to grow these since last year. I tried to grow them last year, and it was a complete fail. Okay, I saw some green, but I didn't see this kind of green, so I was pretty discouraged that I would never know how to grow them. So hopefully, let me not say hopefully, okay, there will be, okay, some potatoes at the end of April. Indeed, right? April, June, I will be able to harvest some potatoes. All right. I don't know if you guys remember this planter, but I use this planter for my storage now. I'm not sure if I'm going to plant any flowers in either one of these planters. I use that for like to start seeds and stuff. But I may add it up over there to the garden and kind of have some flowers going on, and there are some type of annuals going on. If not, I think, okay. All right. If not, I'm just going to break it all down. I think I'm going to break it down and use the wood and things like that and utilize it and probably make something up out of it. So that's what I'm thinking about doing, as well as that a planter up over there. I could probably make like a nice bed on the ground or something, right? But who knows? But I'm gonna go ahead and get up out of here. I do want to pull up those lilies in both of these that are rooted and coming up, and pop them in something, because I do have a nice, well, I don't have any nice pots, but I mean I could pop them inside one of those pots. you know, I need some more pots though. But until then, this is what we have. Before I go though, I had some foxtail ferns in these. We had a nice hard freeze back in December, I believe, down south. And a lot of our crops and flowers and everything just went away. My collard greens was gone, y'all. Everything went away. All right. So, but since these are now not giving any more blooms, I think I'm going to take them out. I properly just put the lilies in here and let them grow in there, right? But I need something, you know, that I don't have to mess with, because I'm moving the rocks back all the time when I'm messing with these, you know, these holes here. But I need some color in those. I need some color. Okay, I love things with color, so I'm gonna try to find some plants with some colors, maybe annual or so like that, and try to pop it in there. And then I'm going to put these in some pots because these are perennials. All right, so yeah, y'all, that's the garden. I'm gonna go ahead and get up out of here. I don't want to hold you all that long. All right, so that's the garden. That's the garden, and I can't wait to come to y'all maybe in some more days and show you all what is going on. Y'all like how that's growing wilds back there? I thought that I would leave that because it'll, you know, like fill in, and it'll give me, you know, that privacy from the neighbors to my garden. But I thought that was really cute. All right, y'all, I'm out. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And if you want to see more garden, videos, all right? Bye.